and the legacy continues. And this is what came across in senior leader Uma Bharati's pointed reference. Outspoken Uma Bharati talked about the oratory skills of her party's prime ministerial candidate and those of the man he wants to emulate, Vajpayee. And guess what? She found Modi Saab wanting. Mind you, Uma Bharati loudly proclaimed not once but twice that Vajpayee is the best.
नरेंद्र मोदी को आपने कभी अगर भाषण करते हुए सुना हो, अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी हमारी पार्टी के सबसे अच्छे वक्ता थे। लोग बोलते हैं कि भारत की राजनीति में उनके जैसा वक्ता नहीं था, लेकिन अगर आपने गौर किया हो तो नरेंद्र मोदी जी बहुत अच्छे वक्ता नहीं है।
कल कहा था उसी को दिखाइए। दीदी कल भाजपा की बैठक दिल्ली में चलो, मैंने कल कहा था उसी को आप दिखा दीजिए।
देखिए, अटल जी का जैसा वक्ता तो आज देश के लोकतांत्रिक इतिहास में बहुत कम हुए हैं, और निश्चित तौर से अटल जी जब बोलते थे तो विपक्ष के लोग भी उनको सुनने जाते थे और मंत्रमुग्ध होकर के सुनते थे।
Vajpayee's oratory skills assumed sky-high proportions after a series of guffaws by Modi. The BJP's PM candidate speeches have often found to be erroneous, raising embarrassing questions from the opposition. Uma Bharati may have a point. After all, remember in 1996, while addressing the no-confidence motion, Vajpayee, who had his first tryst as PM, albeit for 13 days, made a speech saying that he was not afraid of death.
मुझ पर आरोप लगाया गया है और यह आरोप मेरे हृदय में घाव कर गया है। आरोप यह है कि मुझे सत्ता का लोभ हो गया है और मैंने पिछले 10 दिन में जो कुछ किया है वो सत्ता के लोभ के कारण किया है। अभी थोड़ी देर पहले मैंने उल्लेख किया कि मैं 40 साल से सदन का सदस्य हूं। सदस्यों ने मेरा व्यवहार देखा है, मेरा आचरण देखा है। जनता दल के मित्रों के साथ मैं सत्ता में भी रहा हूं। किस तरह से शरद पवार ने अपनी पार्टी तोड़कर हमारे साथ सरकार बनाई थी, सत्ता के लिए बनाई थी या महाराष्ट्र के भले के लिए बनाई थी, ये अलग बात है, मगर उन्होंने अपनी पार्टी तोड़कर हमारे साथ सहयोग किया।
India's billions also had another moment of oratory brilliance to hear in 1999 after the Kargil War. Here was their Prime Minister putting his way across in such unrivaled brilliance.
बार बार इस चर्चा में एक स्वर जनाए सुनाई दिया है कि वाजपेयी तो अच्छा है मगर पार्टी ठीक है। अच्छा, तो अच्छे वाजपेयी का आप क्या करने का इरादा रखते हैं?
पाकिस्तान का जब से जन्म हुआ है अमेरिका उसकी पीठ थपथपाता रहा है। सचमुच में देश का बंटवारा साम्राज्यवादियों की चाल थी। शीत युद्ध का सहारा लेकर और ये सोच करके पाकिस्तान साम्यवाद के विरुद्ध एक मोर्चा बनेगा, अमेरिका ने उसे शस्त्र दिए, समझौता किया।
While Modi is being projected as the agent of change, the BJP is a paler image of itself without the oratory brilliance of Vajpayee. One wonders, will it ever surpass Vajpayee's image? A News9 report. There was some respite for Rajiv Gandhi's killers as the apex court today refused to review the petition filed by the centre.
No death penalty for Rajiv Gandhi killers. The Supreme Court reiterated that Santan, Murugan and Pera Rivalan, the men behind the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi, will not be handed death sentence. The judgment comes in the wake of the review petition filed by the centre recently. The top court had commuted their death sentence in Feb because of 11-year delay in deciding on their mercy petitions. We find no merit in the review petition. We have carefully gone through the review petition and the connected papers. We find no merit in the review petition and the same is accordingly dismissed. Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated by an ethnic Tamil suicide bomber while campaigning in the southern Indian town of Sri Perumbudur in May 1991. The three men, Santan, Murugan and Pera Rivalan, were members of LTTE, and Rajiv Gandhi's assassination was seen as an act of retaliation after he sent Indian peacekeepers to Sri Lanka in 1987. The three were convicted of involvement in 1998 and sentenced to death by hanging. A fourth person, a woman, was also given the death sentence, but it was later commuted to a life term. The men appealed for mercy, but successive presidents gave no decision until 2011, when their plea was rejected. Though many politicos, including Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, have spoken regarding this issue in the recent past, the Supreme Court has kept its stance about not handing over death sentence to Rajiv Gandhi killers. A News9 report.
We thought the pilots of MH370 were at fault when they signed off on a casual note, but they did not. While other countries are busy in search operations, the Malaysian government's latest release on the missing flight has angered many. Here's the report. First, they said it was all right, good night. Now they say it is good night, Malaysian 370. This is the Malaysian government's latest comment on the last conversation between the Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 and the ATC in Kuala Lumpur Airport. It has sparked off questions regarding the credibility of the information released by the Malaysian authorities. The Chinese in particular are irked with the latest development, and this comes after the Malaysian Transport Minister said that they were not hiding anything yesterday. Aircraft investigation specialists say that the new cockpit record release will give rise to new speculations. The casual sign-off by the pilots and the first time the transcript of the conversation with the ATC was released indicated a possible hijack. The latest version changes the whole scenario. Meanwhile, search and rescue operations continued in the southern Indian Ocean. A massive Boeing 777 with ATC technology has been deployed in the search corridor. This aircraft will act as air traffic controller for other aircraft that are involved in search operations. The Australian government says that this technology and method was necessary to avoid mid-air collisions with their own search planes. Conditions are treacherous in the southern Indian Ocean, so this method will surely speed up the search for any leftover debris from MH370. A News9 report.